President Bola Tinubu has written to the Senate seeking approval for a new borrowing program amounting to about 1,150 billion naira to fund the implementation of the 2025 national budget. The request, contained in a letter read by the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, was made in accordance with sections 44(1) and 2 of the Fiscal Responsibility Act. According to the correspondency, the proposed borrowing will be sourced from the domestic debt market to bridge the funding gap in the 2025 fiscal plan. The matter has been referred to the Senate Committee on Local and Foreign Debt for further legislative action and scrutiny. Joining us now is investment banker Dr Nnaemeka Biaraeri for this discussion. Good evening to you, sir. We're pretty much pressed for time, so we'll try to make our answers as succinct as possible. And let me just start by asking, I mean, with the claim of successful economic policies by this administration, why is borrowing still the order of the day?
Like, as an investment banker, I am not against borrowing. Leverage financing is one of the best financial routes to project and economic development. The essence of removing subsidy was for us to save the over $9 billion that were lost annually subsidizing consumption. Now we'll have expected them to channel those funds into critical areas of the economy. The question we should be asking, on average, we've borrowed over 1 trillion naira every month. What are we investing? What are we financing? Are we financing capital projects that will catalyze productivity, or are we using those funds to continue to finance recurrent expenditure, wastages, and ludicrousy? That's the question we should be asking ourselves. I have said it here many times. If Nigeria wants to reduce poverty in Nigeria and quickly revamp the non-oil sector, we just need to borrow $15 billion. Put $6 million in each of the 2,500 agro parks, industrial parks, across different centers, across the 8,809 electoral wards in Nigeria. This project, this scheme will create over 20 million jobs within the next 1 year. Create 125,000 agro rangers, fully trained and armed, that will help us to destroy Boko Haram, local wara, unknown gunmen, and the ISWAP. And that will generate $109 to $200 billion into this economy annually from the non-oil sector. This will turn around the situation in the country and help us reduce the over 197 million Nigerians that are under poverty and bring back the over 8.1 million Nigerians in IDP camps back to their homes. But the truth is, we don't know what they are borrowing to finance. They are borrowing to finance, but what part of the budget are they financing? Recurrent expenditure or capital projects? The answer still hangs in the air.
The answer still hangs in the air. I mean, what then will now be the anticipated economic impacts of the requested 1.15 trillion naira domestic loan on Nigeria's fiscal stability and even debt sustainability? What are we looking at in terms of, and when you juxtapose that to the country's existing debt profile?
The truth is, most of the borrowing from the physical side have always ended up in private pockets. Remember Olukayode, the EFCC chairman, stated that in 3 years, over 2.9 trillion naira of monies budgeted at the federal government level was stolen through over-invoicing. So the question is, and you read the budget report, you will see clearly the 5 states out of 37 that actually borrowed and financed capital projects. Some states like Anambra, Enugu, and the Abia state comes among the, emerge among the top 5 states that invested at least 70% of their funds, both borrowed and the generated revenue on capital projects. Borrowing is not bad in itself. Leverage finance, that's an investment banker, is very, very good. When Nigeria actually needs about $100 billion investment, non-broken, sustained over the next 30 years, $3 trillion to be able to leverage ourselves from the current fourth world status that we are into the second world economy. But unfortunately for us, across the 2 tiers of government, what we see, we are borrowing to finance profligacy, we are borrowing to finance waste, we are borrowing to finance consumption, we are borrowing to finance the overbloated cost of governance. We are not catalyzing productivity through investing in critical sectors of the economy. We are not, and that is the challenge and that is the problem.
All right. I must say thank you for taking out the time to join us, Dr. Nnaemeka Biaraeri, investment banker, analyst, just giving us a bit of insight as the Nigerian government moves to borrow 1.15 trillion naira local loans.